What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are here with another xSplit on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Got plenty of questions, I've got a lot of good questions, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So obviously, second upload of the day. If you didn't see Community Showcase, that was uploaded about 2 hours ago. So if you click on the channel, go, back a video, you will see it. But without further ado, let's go straight into xSplit. Okay, so first up we have Risplesk3595. I've completely slaughtered your name there, but we're gonna keep it going. So number one, have you ever played Tomb Raider? Number two, Brookbert, Josie Marin, or Emmanuel Vauger, I think is how you say it. Number three, is there at least one thing you like about Most Wanted 2012? And number four, can I be your mate? That is a very weird question, but so have I played Tomb Raider? So I did actually play the originals on PS1 and PC. So that was Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2, but since then I have not played any Tomb Raider games. Brookbert is Josie Marin or Emmanuel Vauger. Probably has to be Emmanuel Vauger. Number three, is there at least one thing I like about Most Wanted 2012? Its multiplayer was really well done, I think, but besides that, no, not really. And can I be your mate? I mean, I guess you can. It's not something you really ask to someone in a Q&A, really. However, we are going to swiftly move on to the next question, which is from Jake Lego Films, and he has 4 questions. Number one, what do you think of Slapshane changing his intro pretty much every single week? The second one's not a question. Underground 1 or Underground 2, and then the last one is just yes. So, what do I think of Slaptrain changing his intro? I could really care less what Slaptrain does with his intro. It doesn't really affect me. I don't particularly watch his videos, but I'm sure he's a cool guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. Keep up the good work, Slaptrain. I heard you're on 500,000 subs. Well done. That's really about it. And Underground 1 or Underground 2, I'd have to say Underground 2 for me personally. I know a lot of people prefer Underground 1 over Underground 2, but for me, Underground 2 was just leaps and bounds better than Underground 1. Okay, the next question comes from Stelio, and he has 2 questions, although the second one doesn't make sense, so I'm not going to answer it. Number one is, would you rather have a 180 SX, basically, old and damaged, and restore and customize, or a straight out of the factory Huracan, not customize it? So, it really depends, to be honest. Like, surely if you were to buy the Huracan, you could just sell it and then get yourself a nice 180 SX and customize it. So, I mean, it depends if you want to be cheeky about it. To be honest, I'd rather buy a Huracan, sell the Huracan, and get, like, a used Huracan and a 180 SX. That'd be pretty dank. But, I mean, I don't know, like, you wouldn't want an what's the point in having an old and damaged car? Surely, if you're gonna buy a 180 SX, you want to buy one that works so you can drive it around first. Like, I know what you mean by restore and customize, and I'd much rather have an R32 over a Huracan. But to be honest, I think I prefer a Huracan over a 180 SX personally. I just love the way it looks and stuff. But if you were to switch the situation and it was an R32 or a Huracan, I'd say the R32 every single day of the week. So it really depends on what type of car it would be, in terms of the exotic car and the tuner car that I would have to restore and customize. It really depends on what car it would be. Okay, the next question comes from Shah, and his question is, what would you like to see in Midnight Club 5 that you wouldn't want to see and Need for Speed 2015? And I think this answer is pretty simple. I wouldn't want to see, because Midnight Club, you get those power-ups where it's like zone and aggro and EMP and stuff, where you can basically slow down time and you can, get the traffic out of the way. I wouldn't want to see that in Need for Speed 2015 personally. I think you could probably get away with slowing down time, because obviously Speed Breaker was a thing that was in the older Need for Speeds, but I don't want to see aggro, I don't want to see EMPs, I don't want to see anything across those lines in Need for Speed 2015, but I wouldn't mind it in Midnight Club. Okay, the next question comes from Noel, and he has one question: Need for Speed 2015 or Forza 6? Which one do you think is going to get boring fastest? I think is what he meant there. But I mean, I don't get why people ask me this question, knowing that I'm a hardcore Need for Speed fan, and knowing that this is a game that I've been waiting for a very long time, and the Need for Speed community generally have been waiting for this for a very long time. Isn't it obvious which one's going to last longer? Now, don't get me wrong, if you're a Forza guy, that's cool and all, but Need for Speed 2015, at least in my opinion, has so much more to it. Like, the car list is obviously amazing, considering how much customization you can do to the car. You got an open world. To be honest, you can't really compare the two, but which one am I going to be playing more? Obviously needs to be 2015. I might not even buy Forza 6. Forza 6 looks absolutely shit. from what I've seen so far, I'm not going to support that game. I'm not going to support the developers. I'm not going to support the publishers. It looks like an awful game. And, you know, they really need to pull something out of the bag at the moment. I'm not tempted to buy Forza 6 in the slightest, and I can't say I'm sold as of yet. Okay, the next question comes from Reese. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that name. But his question is, what do you think about Euro Truck Simulator 2, and have you tried out Rocket League, which is obviously a new game which was free on PlayStation Plus? So Euro Truck Simulator 2, I actually think I made like an hour-long special on Euro Truck a few months ago. So if you haven't checked that out, I mean, you can go on my channel. I don't mind the game. It's quite peaceful if you're in the mood, but if you're not in the mood, it can be quite painful, especially with a G27 for an hour. So I mean, it's alright, I guess. And Rocket League, have I played it? I have. My opinions on it, I think it's a good game, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but I think it's a bit overhyped. I think everyone's saying, oh, it's amazing, and it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not as good as everyone's making it out to be. I've had a good few hours of fun, and I might make a video on it, because it is quite fun, don't get me wrong, but I think it's something, after a few months people will forget about it, and you know, it will be a thing of the past. I think it's just kind of a trend at the moment, so we'll see how it goes in the future. Okay, and the next question comes from MuckRacer GT2, and he has 5 questions. Number 1, which is the best Need for Speed trailer? Number 2, would you rather wait a while to get a decent first car, or just buy the cheapest thing you can and hope it works right? Do you hate the crash camera in recent Need for Speeds? Would you ever take your mom's BMW off-roading? And what the fuck? And who do you think will win in a fight, Superman or Flash? So again, I want to clear up, guys. It seems like a lot of people don't understand. I'm not a comic book guy. Please stop spamming me. Every week I get a comic book question. I'm like, who dat? You know, so just chill out on the comic book questions, guys. But anyway, which was my favourite Need for Speed trailer? I'd probably say Undercover had some really good trailers, so I'd probably say one of the Undercover ones. Number 2, would you rather wait a while to get your first car and get a good one, or get the cheapest thing you can? Depends how long I'm waiting for. I wouldn't mind waiting a year or 2. Any more than 2 years, then you can stuff right off. I'm just going to buy something, and I'm sure it'll work. If it doesn't work, then I'll send it back, and well, I'll make sure it works. Like, I'll test drive it and shit, and you know, make sure it's up to working standard. Number 3, do you hate the recent crash cameras? I dislike it. Don't say. I think hate's a really strong word. Like, hate's like, oh my god, I hate this. I want it to die, and da. You know, like, I hate on this DLC, and I hate DLC generally nowadays, but I don't hate crash cameras. I just really dislike them. And would you take your mom's BMW off-roading? No. No. And obviously number 5, I'm not a comic book guy, guys. Please stop asking me comic book questions. Okay, the next question comes from Feely and the Dragon, and he has 3 questions. So number 1, what's your favourite mobile racing game? Are you looking forward to the new Deadpool movie? And when do you think you should finally unveil your Midnight Club M3 GTR? So if you don't understand the last one, basically Felian has been making some cars for Community Showcase, and they've kind of been along the Blacklist kind of inspiration. There's been inspiration of the Blacklist, and that's what the last one means. Anyway, number 1, what's my favourite mobile racing game? I don't really play mobile games. I said this in Community Showcase. Like, I don't really class mobile gaming as proper gaming. In my opinion, if you're going to play proper gaming, it needs to be on a PC or a console, and that's just my opinion. But if I had to say a favourite mobile racing game, I don't know. I don't really play any mobile racing games. I guess Most Wanted 2012 was alright. But honestly, besides that, I don't really play many. I played Undercover, and Undercover was good. But that's about it, really. And number 2, are you looking forward to the new Deadpool movie? Nope, I have no clue what it is. And number 3, you should definitely unveil it for next week. Lol. Okay, the next question comes from Craptastic Jack, and his question is, do you think the VTEC is going to kick in, in Need for Speed 2015? So, this is something that's really been discussed, you know, among the community. Apparently there's a rumour, apparently, that Hondas can't be in the game because they don't like being in the game. It's not true, I know that much. I haven't found any proof or any articles to back that comment up, so I think it's completely 100% viable that we could get Hondas in Need for Speed 2015. I don't know where this kind of rumour came from, that the Honda don't like being in games with police in, but it's complete bullshit. I think it's just a huge coincidence, and I think it's very viable that we could see Hondas in Need for Speed 2015. I don't know, it just seems like everyone is kind of everyone's under this fake illusion that Hondas don't like being in it just because they weren't in they were in Underground and they weren't in Most Wanted. I don't think it was anything but, you know, licensing problems maybe along that Need for Speed had. Honestly, I don't get why people say it. It seems like a big huge coincidence that Honda haven't come out and mentioned anything about this publicly. So I personally think it's very viable that we could get the VTEC in Need for Speed 2015. Alrighty, and the last question comes from the King of Ricers, and his question is, if you bought a GT86, how would you rice it, and Bayview or Rockport? So he's making me choose. If you don't understand, basically last episode I was like I couldn't pick between the two, and now he's making me pick between the two. So, number one, if I got a GT86, what would I do to it? I'd put a Rocket Bunny kit on, slap a turbo in, maybe. I don't know about that one. I don't know what I'd do actually, to be honest. I'd definitely put a Rocket Bunny kit on, definitely change the rims out, probably camber it a bit. Get obviously I'd redo the coilovers. I'd get some more coilovers and mess around with the suspension. I'd just do a complete rehaul, I think. Actually, it'd be pretty funny to put an RB26 in a GT86, to be honest. So I think I'd completely rehaul it. I'm not sure what I'd do to it. I mean, a 2JZ in a GT86 would be quite funny. It depends, really. I don't know. I'd definitely make it an RB GT86, but in terms of what do I think is actually gonna, I'm not sure. I don't really know. And Bayview or Rockport? Oh, you're making me choose, you cunt. I'm gonna say Bayview. I'm gonna say Bayview because I preferred Underground 2 generally, and Bayview was Bay. And, you know, on that note, we're going to end today's episode. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Ask Hippo, please hit the like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. So again, guys, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
This the kind of beat to go.